Morning students, we'll start with the next chapter of our course, that is chapter 1, matter in our surroundings. Okay, now all of us know that in this universe all the material, okay, which the scientists have discovered have got matter. Okay, there are so many examples given in your textbook, just go through them. There are endless examples, all of them are made up of matter. Okay, now this matter have got two properties. The first one is it occupies space and it has got mass. Okay, so matter has mass and it occupies space. In other words, we can say that it has got mass and volume both. Okay, now in earlier times the Indian philosophers, they classified this matter into 5 basic elements, and it is also called as Panchatattva. Okay, like air, earth, fire, sky and water. Okay, now in recent times, okay, what is matter and what it is made up of? Okay, so that is what we are going to study in this chapter. So the first point is physical nature of matter. What is matter and what is it made up of? Okay, so if we go to the last paragraph of the first row, there were two schools of thought. That means there were two groups of scientists. Okay, the first group thought that matter is a continuous block of wood, like there is nothing in between, just it is continuous thing. But the second group, they thought that the matter is made up of small particles like sand. Okay, so let us see which one is correct. So there is an activity given in your textbook. It's a very simple activity. Okay, you take water and you add salt or sugar in it. Okay, and then you stir it with a glass rod. You will see after some time that the sugar and the salt, okay, is already dissolved in water. Okay. What does this indicate? It indicates that in this water, okay, the salt is simply disappeared. You can't see it. So where it has gone? Okay, it has gone inside water. That means water has got some space so that the salt goes inside this water. Okay, so the conclusion was that the matter is made up of particles. Then only these particles will be able to go inside the water. Okay, now the next point is how small are these particles? So we are clear that now they are made up of small particles. Okay, now turn the page. There's an activity. Now in this activity, you can see here you've got a there are 5 beakers, each of 100 ml water. Okay, now the first beaker we add 1 spoon of potassium permanganate. It's of purple color. Okay, and from each beaker then we go on transferring 10 ml, 10 ml, 10 ml like that. And at the end of the beaker, you see the color difference. Here it was dark pink, and here you can see it's a very faint pink. But yes, you can see a bit of pink color there. What does this show? That these few crystals of potassium permanganate, okay, when you have got a large volume of water, about 1000 liter, okay, now these crystals have got tiny particles in just one crystal, okay, which keep on dividing themselves into smaller and smaller particles. So from here, this beaker contains complete 1 spoon of potassium permanganate. From here it is transferred to here, then here, then here. That means this beaker also contains some amount of crystal of potassium permanganate. Now how can from here it reach here unless they are divided into small particles, very very tiny particles. So what is the conclusion? The particles of matter are very small, and they are small beyond our imagination. So today we studied 2 characters of matter. The first one is matter is made up of particles, and the second one is these matter which contain particles are very small in size. Thank you.